Hello everyone, I'm Anthony, the Eclectic Chef. Welcome back to my UK kitchen today. And today we are going to cook these lamb chumps. Cut from the lower back, top of the rump if you like. They remind me, in fact what they are is a lamb version of a picanha. Thin fat cap, but it'll keep them nice and juicy. And as you can see from the one I've put fat cap side down, they're nicely marbled, so they'll be ridiculously tender. Today we're going to cook these on a bed of sliced fennel with black olives, and we are going to add some white wine, shallots, garlic and a little bit of flat leaf parsley to the sauce. Never cooked this before, it's not a recipe I've read anywhere. Made the recipe up when I was lying awake at night due to jet lag and couldn't get back to sleep, so we'll see how this works out. Well, I actually really wanted to serve this over American style egg noodles, but none to be found in the supermarkets here. So I got some nice thick ribbon cut pappardelle and we'll cook these up instead, and I'm sure it'll be fine. These are actually from Italy, so hopefully it'll be good pasta. Here's just about the rest of our ingredients. We've got a generous bulb of fennel, a large shallot. We'll take 3 or 4 cloves of fresh garlic, some flat leaf parsley, and a good splash of Pinot Grigio. I'm using a white wine on this occasion, although my preference is to red for cooking, because I don't want to colour the fennel. I want to keep it a nice white colour. I'm sure the lamb will add some colour to the sauce, but I really don't want to make everything red with the wine sauce. So this is what we'll assemble our dinner from. So I browned the lamb chumps on low saute for a while in the Instant Pot. Yes, the Instant Pot, of course we're using the Instant Pot for this dish. Cuts our cleanup down and it'll do a really good job of braised steaming these lamb chumps. I brown these just to help seal them up and grab a little bit of flavour from them, and most specifically from the fat that we've been able to render off the joints. Let me show you. Here we have a delicious amount of rendered fat off the lamb, which I'm now going to use to slow saute the shallot and garlic. So here is the shallot and garlic, nice and soft now, and in the words of YouTubers everywhere, fragrant. I'm going to add a little spoonful of flour to this to make a little bit of a roux to help thicken our sauce. Then we'll layer in our fennel, the lamb, the black olives and the flat leaf parsley. Okay, so we've mixed the roux in with the shallot, softened garlic, both fragrant. What are those dark things, you're asking yourself? Well, when I was looking for the flour, I found some raisins. I'm going to throw a fistful in on a whim. I think they'll go well with the fennel. So we're going to put the fennel in and set the lamb on top of it. So here's the fennel with the flat leaf parsley sprinkled on top. We're going to place the lamb chumps on top of this, some wine. I'm going to put a splash of Worcestershire sauce in here, and it's purposely Worcestershire, not fish sauce, because I actually do want a little bit of the vinegar and the spices that come along with Worcestershire sauce. A shake of Maggi sauce, and after we've got the lamb in there, we'll add the black olives and a splash of white wine. Then we'll be off to the races. Okay folks, so here's how this looks after an hour. We're going to get these lamb chumps out, I think, and slice them up a little bit just to make it easier for the diners. And we'll serve this up over the noodles. Pappardelle, nice thick noodles. Got them over here tossed in butter. We'll plate these up in a minute. But as I say, I'll show you what these chunks look like when I take them out before I slice them, by the way. So I'll give you a quick shot, folks. I'm not fussed about the drips on the plate. And we're going to slice these chumps up. I think it will make serving them on the pasta a little, well, not serving them, but eating them off the noodles a lot easier for the diners. So I'll show you when we're all plated up. So here's how the lamb chumps look. I've sliced them up fairly coarsely, but it will make it a bit easier on the diners. They sliced up very easily, incredibly tender, quite moist. I'm quite hopeful for this, for a recipe made up at 1 o'clock in the morning when I couldn't get back to sleep thanks to jet lag. So folks, here we go, all plated up. Looks very, very good, nice buttery noodles. Lots of tasty fennel which has gone into the sauce. Nice juicy black olives. I think this is looking like a really good slap up. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and more importantly, please tell your friends. Hello everyone, from my little office adjacent to my English kitchen. Let's talk a little about that lamb chump recipe and the serving. If you can find what I'll call American style egg noodles to serve this dish, rather than, for example, a lengthy pasta like pappardelle, do it. It's how I envisage the dish, and it will work out much, much better for you. Okay, let's talk about the lamb chump. High on the back and the leg. It's a rump cut, if you like. Fat cap isn't very thick, actually, but there's enough to keep the meat moist while it's cooking, and it's well marbled. In this case, my joints were. If you're trying to buy these in America, forget getting them from a supermarket. My best suggestion is you go to what one might euphemistically call a Mediterranean supermarket with a halal butchers. I say halal because they will serve a lot of lamb, and they'll probably have that cut for you. And it shouldn't be expensive either, by the way. It turns out a very, very rich dish. Very lamby, renders significant amount of fat. The shallots and the garlic did largely cook away. The raisins I threw in on a whim, by the way, were a winner. Every once in a while, eating the meal, we'd get a little burst of sweetness from the raisins. And it offset the meat, the lamby flavour of the meat, the fennel, the olives perfectly. Worked very, very well. This is a very rich sauce. I'm very glad I mixed a bit of a roux to start with to thicken the sauce up a little. Could probably have used a couple more spoonfuls of flour, frankly, to get a thicker sauce, easier to ladle over. I used about a cup of wine, by the way, in braising this in the Instant Pot. I didn't want to use corn flour. Sometimes I don't like the consistency of corn flour thickened sauces. Could have made a roux, but by the time we'd done all the cooking, I was kind of over that. But I strongly suggest you give this a try. Look, I know for a lot of Americans, lamb is, to use an English expression, a bit like Marmite, meaning you either like it or you won't. I love lamb, personally. It's my favourite of what I'll call the domestic meats. Beef, pork, chicken, poultry, lamb. I really like lamb. So this was a dish from heaven for me. Easy to make, extremely tasty, very rich, which means it's also very filling. Could probably serve 3 or 4 of this dish at a stretch, given enough noodles. And it's different. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel inclined to give it a try. It's worth hunting down this cut of lamb if you have to. Take care. Hope you all have a great day in your kitchen.